Mr. E.
There's no back.
Mr. E.
The fact that it's levitating is already spooky.
What is he? Mr. E. Hello. Earth to Mr. E.
Not now, Biggie. There's work to be done. Welcome back to another episode on the CloverCraft SMP. As you can probably see, I am excavating a lot of dirt because I got big plans this episode that you may or may not have been able to tell from the thumbnail. But if detective work is not your strong suit, then let me just tell you outright that in today's episode, we are actually putting a back on the mansion. Finally! It's been, over a month now since I have constructed the front of it, but it's gone on way too long, and things have to change. And that changes now. So I'm collecting all this dirt because I need to build a platform for the rest of the mansion to actually sit on, and then we can go from there. Also, if things seem a little bit off, not quite right, that's because I am switching my recording platforms. I was using Streamlabs, but now I am using standard old OBS. I like when things are free, alright? Oh yeah, and I almost forgot to mention that in between previous episode and this episode, we've got new members on the server. I think we have like 10 new people. I am very excited to meet everyone. We got a good bunch of people joining us in. It's gonna bring so much more engagement and fun to this already awesome server. Alright, we've got a full shulker box and some inventories worth of dirt. And we can bring that back to the base where I can finish my platform. Before I started recording this episode, I've already got a decent platform already built. This should be more than enough to finish the main platform, as well as maybe get a head start on terraforming some sort of hill, so it's not just, floating in midair. Which way to my base again? I think this way. This is what I was able to make before recording. Now I gotta finish it and also light it up because it's a spawning platform without light during the nighttime. That's why I try to sleep as often as I can. It didn't take long, but now the platform is done, and I can actually get to work on filling out the rest of this. And it's pretty much, this platform will be the size of the rest of the mansion, minus like 3 blocks, because I want to be able to walk around it whenever it's finished. But this will mean that I have officially tasked myself with collecting tons upon tons of tuff. But hey, if I find any diamonds along the way, that's a plus. Alright, I am here in my home away from home, down in the mines, and I've got these 6 spare shulker boxes that I'm going to be filling up to the brim with tuff, and hopefully that may be enough to get a good head start. I don't know how many tough bricks I'm actually going to need for this. 6 shulker boxes worth of tough. If that's not enough, then I don't know what is. This does mean that I'm going to be using the tree farm for its prime function, which is to make a lot of coal for a lot of torches, so that I can keep mining for a pretty long time until my torches run out. I don't know what else to say. Alright, and here we have 6 full shulker boxes that are full of raw tuff, as well as, while I was mining all that tuff, I got a bunch of diamonds, a stack of 9. And once again, I am all covered in rubble, as one does when spending a lot of time down here in the mines, which means I've got to go make a quick trip to the wash house so I can get cleaned up and get on with the rest of the episode. So let's do that real quick. Let's get ourselves clean. And in we go. And out we are. Nice, refreshed, and clean, and ready to get on with the mansion build. Alright, now I'm over here back at the mansion. I've gone ahead and converted all of them into tough bricks. Let's get a perimeter going, and we can get a good idea of how big this thing's gonna be. This is going to be a semi-rough draft. I didn't really build anything except for that in my creative world. So what you're seeing me build now here on the survival server is me just kind of winging it. This might be a bold move, but I am actually interested to see how this might turn out if I just wing it. I might regret in the future not going in with a plan. So that's a problem for future me to have beef with past me. But who knows? Who knows? I might surprise myself. Okay. You want to be good because the camera's on you now, huh? But yeah, this guy just fell from the ceiling and went to attack me, but now we're good. We're chilling, but yeah, with this roof over here, I didn't put it on over on this side yet. But yeah, this is a mob spawner. I gotta light this up. Okay, the perimeter has been built, and as far as the shulker boxes go, I only used like 2.5 of those. So I've got plenty of tough bricks extra for if I want to do any detailing. But as far as, you know, actually putting some detail on the walls, I think what I want to do is just take whatever's going on here and just copy paste it around the whole thing. That might be a little lazy, but that's legitimately the only thing I can think of. If I want to change it up in the future, I can, but that's what I'm gonna go for now. So I gotta get a good selection of dark oak and spruce, some more amethyst, just everything that would be in this chest right here. Right now my brain is telling me that just adding the same windows all the way around might get a little bit too repetitive, but the other half of my brain is also telling me that, who knows, it might end up better than what the other half is trying to doubt myself into. I guess only time will tell, and like I say, if I don't like it, I can always change it up, because that's the beauty of this game. There's no right or wrong way to play, it's all up to your interpretation. I mean, already the straight line of dark oak logs that I've placed has made the bland, blank, tough wall look a little bit better. I don't know how I managed to do this, but whenever I was putting the windows out, I accidentally spaced it perfectly to where I can do windows down the entire wall. See, I started out putting one here, one there, one there, one there, and so on and so forth till I worked my way towards the middle. And I thought I was gonna have to do like something special here. And I still might do that just to break it up a bit, but it's kind of crazy how it worked out to where it just, if you put the windows 3 blocks away from each side of the wall, it's perfect. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, I might get rid of the windows in between, like this one, this one. No, that won't work. Alright, I've done some rearranging, and let's see what we've got here. And you know what? I like this spacing better. It works out, we've got 4 on each side instead of 6. So with a total of 8 instead of 12, and that eliminates our problem of having way too many windows. And I can add maybe like a structural pillar going up here, and then eventually here to kind of give like some more support for this beam, and then eventually the roof. I think that works out pretty well. But now we gotta get our hands on some more amethyst and some more glass for the tinted windows, because I'm fresh out and each of these is 12 blocks. And while I've got a semi-good solution for the windows situation behind me, I think it would be a pretty good idea to kind of go around and map out the actual layout of the mansion indoors. Like, get a good reference point of where all the rooms and stuff are going to be going. Not fully constructing the rooms, but just getting an outline, a border, and then maybe that can help me solidify where I want to put the rest of the windows. And I think that is a good plan going forward. Let's get a good bunch of multicolored blocks. That'll help us map out the areas we want. Hopefully there's going to be a decent quantity of, wow, that is a lot of wool. How long has this been running? And why has no one else collected any of the wool? I'm glad this is here, but man, this is a lot of wool. Gotta capitalize on this while I can. Okay, I have completely mapped out in wool every room of the mansion. This will help me get a good idea of where the windows will be, because this is going to be the kitchen, maybe one or two windows here. This is going to be the dining room, a couple windows here, a couple windows there. This is going to be my main storage area, so this area here will be lined with chests, which means this will get no windows at all. This will be the ballroom. This may or may not get windows, depending on how I want to set the vibe of the ballroom. And this area will be the main living room, so we're going to have some windows along this wall. And up here, the green represents a little wraparound hallway, and the purple will be like guest rooms for if any clovers want to claim a room, they can have one. But looking at areas like this right here, that will mean I will have to come up with a whole new window design for the walls. So I gotta redo the windows again. Alright, after a little while, I went ahead and added windows to every guest room. This is the window layout for the living room. The ballroom, I decided on no windows, as well as the obvious no windows for the storage room. This is the window layout for the dining room. And I also decided no windows for the kitchen. And this is what it looks like on the other side. There isn't a whole lot of uniformity, except for on the very top where the guest rooms are. And I actually think that's a good thing, because we can decorate here on the side. We can add like some statues, maybe some fountains. You know actually what would be neat is this big blank area. If I were to extend this platform out to have a little bit more, yeah, I'm definitely going to extend this out a little bit more, maybe mainly on this L right here, before going down and smoothing things out. But I think it would be cool to, along this big blank wall, to do a hedge maze of some sorts. That's a good idea. I'll have to write that down in on my notepad on my computer, where I've got some ideas jotted here and there. But I think what I want to do now is gather a whole bunch of dark oak logs. Cherry's got the log shop. We can see if that's stocked up. If not, I'm gonna have to chop them down myself. But we're just gonna put a flat roof across here, and if I want to add any more of these along, I can do that in the future. But right now we're just gonna do flat roof all the way across. So yeah, let's get that installed and see what I want to do from there. Here we are at the log shop. We're gonna cross our fingers now. Dark oak logs, 2 diamonds a stack. Oh, nice. There's a bunch here. And how many stripped? Ooh, okay. You know what? I'm gonna buy this out. Sorry, Cherry. I know this was a lot of work, and I respect you for it. but I'm just gonna have to buy you out because my roof is going to use a lot of dark oak. And if I don't have to chop it down, then I'm not going to. So, do you guys remember how many stacks of stripped dark oak logs we bought from Cherry's store? Yeah, it only got me this far. I may have bit off more than I could chew with this project. It's gonna be a lot. But hey, we've got the rest of the season to worry about that. As well as the rest of this episode, because I want to get a roof on before this episode comes out. So, thank you, me, for putting these problems on myself. Alright, we got some chopping to do. Oh, never mind. I mean, this is not going to complete it, but... Oh, that's a ruse. But this is... I forgot all about this shulker box down here. So, I can wait on having to chop any more dark oak trees for a little bit longer. So, that's something. This does mean that I have to strip all of these after they're placed, but if I don't gotta chop any trees right this second, I'll take what I can get. And as to be expected, everything that was in that shulker box only brought me this far, and I don't even think I'm halfway yet. So I got a lot of trees to chop. Go me. You know, it's a really good thing that I decided to go Haunted Mansion for this theme, because as I add the roof, it is getting darker and darker under there. I'm kind of wondering how dark it's gonna be once the entire thing is sealed off. I need to act fast because I've got like roughly an hour if I do my time zone conversion math correct. But I think I've got like an hour before the server shuts down, ready for the purge. And I don't know if I'm gonna be able to complete it. But if not, that will be in part 2. So if you want to see me, finish this thing, check out part 2. But I'm gonna get as much done as I can, so wish me luck. Just over here in the end, repairing my axe, and I don't know if I'll have time to finish the roof for this part 1 of the mansion upgrade. So this is going to be the end of this episode. Like I say, if you want to see me finish, check out part 2. And if you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. If you really enjoyed this episode, then you, my friend, are incredible, and I will catch you in part 2. Alright, see you later. Might as well head back to the mansion. Get a... What?